It's so fundamental, it's so stupid that people don't think about this. I got the best and most effective tip for you guys for the solo lanes in League of Legends so you can climb fast and climb to the rank you always wanted in Season 13. My name is Mario, I am a Diamond top laner, and today I realized something, and this is something I always did which also helped me to climb to Diamond, but I forgot about it and I stopped doing it. And it's so important, and if you're below Diamond and you want to climb to Diamond, this is so effective and this is so easy. The early game is the most consistent and most important part in League of Legends if you want to hyper carry, and if you want to climb fast you need to hyper carry. Carrying normally is not enough, so you need to raise your bar and set higher standards if you want to really climb to Diamond or above. Something I always say is that if you want to really climb, then choose a lane, a solo lane, so either top, jungle or mid. I don't recommend you playing bot at all, even though support is a very good lane to climb with, but I recommend you a solo lane, and I recommend you one main champion. My main champion is Fiora, and I'm still playing this champion. I want to climb to Challenger with only using this champion, and this channel is also here for you, so you can join me on my journey and watch if I can do it. So what you want to do is you want to head over to u.gg, and no, I'm not sponsored by this site or anything, it's just a really cool site. You can also go to oppotunity, it doesn't really matter, but u.gg is a wonderful website. So you go to the website when you're in champ select, and when you know your matchup, and jungle also has the matchup in jungle is as important as in top lane and in mid lane, so stop saying that it's not important in the jungle. And then you look up your matchup, whatever it is. Let's say it's Dr. Mundo, and then you scroll down until you have his abilities, and you check out the cooldown of every ability, and you also check which ability he maxes first. And for example, this is 4 cooldown flat, so this will not go down, it will go down by ability haste. You can also take this into consideration, but this is very advanced, so I don't recommend you doing this now. This is something for later. Then his W 17 to 15 seconds, so you can say about 60 seconds. You don't have to know it exactly 100%, but approximately. Then his E 9 to 6 seconds, so you can say approximately 7 seconds, but you also want to take into consideration that he will not have 2 skill points in this skill until he's level 8, so as long as he's below level 8 it will be 9 seconds, so you also want to think about that. Then you also want to look at R. His R is always 120, so if your R, for example, is 120, 180, and you have your R on level 2, and you both use your R, then let's say you go back and recall, and then you go back to lane and you have your R, you know that he doesn't have his R, so you can kill him before he gets his R. So those are the things, and you already get the idea where I want to go with this, because this is so important, because nobody does this, even though it's so fundamental, it's so basic. If you start doing this, you have such a big advantage over everyone else in your elo. And if you do this every time, at some point you will know all the matchups, because we have a meta and we have certain matchups we will face more frequently. So if we are playing against Mundo 5 times, then by the 5th time we will already know his cooldowns, right? And at some point you will know all the cooldowns you need in order to carry every game. And this is where we want to go with this. And then the second part, and because actually I'm talking about 2 things, 2 tips, but it's somehow the same, is something also so fundamental but nobody cares about it, and it's so fundamental, it's so stupid that people don't think about this. And what I have here is the timer you need from Nexus to outer turret, so to tier 1 turret, so not to middle of the lane, to turret. And the best thing I would recommend you is saving this to your computer or writing it down somewhere, because this is so important. And look with the different move speeds, and the move speed will get higher once you got tier 1 boots or tier 2 boots. And also every champion has a little bit different base move speed, but here you can see 325 is most likely without boots. You need about 42 seconds. So you can say to the middle of the lane 45 seconds. In mid lane it's shorter, so same thing here. You want to do this every time before you go into the game. You want to have this in your mind, or you can have it open on a second monitor, for example, if you have one. Or you write it down on your phone or something, or on a piece of paper, and you put it down where you can see it. And then at one point you will know all the timers, and this is so important. It's so important for timing your recalls. If you don't play with teleport, which actually is a little bit out of meta because the changes we had to teleport made it a little bit weaker in the early, so Ignite is a more aggressive summoner spell at the moment, especially if you want to snowball your lane and hyper carry the game. So these 2 things are things you have to No, these are the basics, fundamentals, and if you know this, you will be better than people in Diamond, trust me. Maybe you will not have as good macro or as good mechanics, but we are working on everything here on this channel, so this is the point where I ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any upcoming content, because I'm posting videos like this every day to help you guys to get to the rank you deserve. So if you got anything out of this video whatsoever, leave a like so it can help more people, it helps the algorithm and more people can see this content. And also comment down below and let me know what your current elo is and what your goal is for season 13. That would be really nice to know. And with this being said, I'm tuning out and I see you guys in the next video. Ciao.